Welcome back. So, fortunately, the Brabus is on hold once more because of the state of my roof. But 5.0 needs some maintenance because, again, this is my daily driver. And we're going to get some driving clips. This will just be like a more relaxed, like we're just going to hang out kind of a video. But I got to get this thing down to the shop. So, let me just prime the fuel pump. Looking good. Alright, so I'm gonna let this thing warm up for a bit, and then we are gonna head down to the shop, get this thing serviced, and drive around, have some fun. Alright, so we just pulled up to the shop. Gotta get this sucker out. First and foremost, gotta open these babies up. I want to give a quick shout out to OC Auto Care, Weiss in particular. If you live in the Lake Forest area, he's a great guy, great mechanic. So he's letting me use his facility here. And again, any and all of your mechanic needs, go hit him up. If you're local to Southern California, he'll take care of you. So I just want to put it out there. That's not a paid promotion by any means. I just genuinely think he's a great guy. So any business that you guys could possibly give him, I am more than happy with, because he deserves it. You know, he keeps busy, but he is the man. Also, Voodoo valve covers on a 5.0. It's great. I love it. Looks absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm also just going through and doing a bunch of preliminary checks. So like you can see here, this is my brake fluid. It also is the clutch fluid reservoir. It's a hydraulic clutch. This stuff is super clean still. And then I already popped the cap on my coolant reservoir. That's still completely full. I've literally never had to add coolant to this. It's a little dirty, but it's not that bad. But yeah, so I'm just gonna top up my windshield washer fluid and kind of go around like I'm, you know, actually servicing it for a shop, because that's just the right way to do it. You can see my tires are getting a little worn in the front, but my backs, I put new back tires on this thing probably a little after my last oil change. So these have gone about 5,000 miles and seen a lot of burnouts, a lot of drifting, and they're still looking fantastic. Another very important thing, after you get it just a little bit off the ground, just give it a good shake test. This thing isn't going anywhere. My hood wants to fly off because all that's supporting it is these Ford Performance hood struts or hood lift supports, whatever you want to call them. But everything here is looking good. I've already checked the torque on all these. And we're just going to get into testing my wheel bearings, re-inspecting all my suspension components. I know that there's the tie rod ends, sway bars, and sway bar links left to replace on my suspension. But last I saw, they were holding up okay, but we're just going to double check on that. So just giving everything just a quick once over. I mean, you can see my setup. That's Ford Performance track handling, shocks and struts up front with Eibach Pro Kit springs. So it's not a super harsh ride, but it does handle significantly better. All that's looking good. I'm not too happy with the way my rear sway bar links look. Everything for my IRS cradles is looking good. I mean, the rear diff is super dry, which should be expected. We got everything on the transmission is looking fantastic. We got my MGW race spec short throw up there. All the linkage for that is looking phenomenal. Just wanted to give that a quick check. My motor mount, super solid. It is dry as bone under here. You could just see a little bit of dirt residue from when I initially put on my filter. But no leaking there. The oil cooler is looking perfect. And then same thing in the front. It's just the sway bar links are a little worn, and my tie rod ends are okay. They could be looking better. But other than that, everything looks perfect. I mean, you can see my my big Brembos up here. I already cracked the drain plug loose, or mostly loose, I should say. So we're just gonna get in here, twist this sucker off. You can see how my oil is looking just off these first couple drips. So because I do it every 3,000 miles, it's not like it has a ton of carbon buildup on there or anything. It's looking pretty solid. But we're just gotta be careful not to get oily because I'm wearing street clothes, not shop clothes. So we got moment of truth. Let's see how she's looking after about 3,500 miles. Not too good. Definitely, well. Okay, well, it's not completely black, but that is from 7,000 RPMs, 7 days a week, hard canyon drives, just constant abuse. So this is why I do my oil changes as often as I do, is because this is 3,500 miles. It's not like I'm running 6,000 miles like this, or even 10,000 miles. So my number one dislike with the oil change on this car, the filter's in a mildly inconvenient spot, not a big deal, but how much oil this filter holds. Because it's an FL500S, so just about any other oil filter manufacturer that would be considered like a 2500. So it's a pretty good size filter. The majority of cars aren't going to be running filters much larger than this. But I mean, just look at that, man. And this is next to, let's see, 4612. So this would be like your average Nissan or Honda filter. You could see this thing is a unit. It is huge. And of course, original Ford. I've been doing that for just about everything on this car is original Fords. Like my control arms, because this is a performance package, these are forged from the factory. But yeah, everything original. It's always the way to go. Except for the oil, because this thing, it says 520. I've ran it up to 540. This time I'm doing 530. And there's probably going to be some people that are telling me to do 550, but I really don't need 550 because I don't drive it super hard for really long periods of time. So I just want to put out fact. So this is German oil. So everything's measured in liters. This car is supposed to be taking about 8.5 quarts. So I'm going to be putting just over 8 liters of oil in here. And I would also like to specify that I set my tire pressure to about 36 psi for the winter because I don't plan on driving it super hard in the winter unless it's raining, in which case I want a higher tire pressure because this car is a ton of fun to slide. But I'm just gonna fill this sucker up and we are gonna get back on the road. I do need to get gas, so we're gonna stop by that and also get some interior footage, just driving around, you know, some rev matching, just some fun to break this oil in. But we are all filled up, so let's get her started. Did you guys just see that? Dude, I just watched this thing 2 days ago. Good old California with the gas guzzlers, man. I love this car. It is crazy how much money this car eats in gas every week. But, you know, it's better than the Brabus. The Brabus is way worse on gas, so I'll take this any day of the week over dailying that car. But, you know, it is what it is, right?